pulling up the anchor is going to be one big job, which I'm not looking forward to. Yeah, I'm going to go out in it. So as you probably know, I bought this boat over a year ago. She was sinking from rainwater ingress, left in an anchorage for 10 years, and over the last couple of weeks I've finally got to the point where I can sail the boat, even though she is still a big project. My plans now are to take the boat to the sea, but slowly. So I'm looking to travel up north to the Wadden Sea to enjoy the fruits of the sea and also learning about the boat along the way. Last week my parents came and we did some sailing in light weather and some work, but this week I'm taking out the boat single-handedly into stronger wind just to build confidence. But this episode's packed with some work, some night sailing and traveling around this beautiful country. So I really enjoyed making this one, so I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. I need to lengthen my tiller arms, which hold the tiller bar, because right now when I'm trying to turn, I can't turn fully because they're too short. The angle of pull on the steering system just means that I just can't get a full turn, and the other day we were trying to tack and it just wasn't working. So I'd like to have full steerage, and it's also less stress on all the components, the pulleys and everything. So we've sliced up these pieces of Iroko and I'll laminate them. So my parents have gone and it was such a nice holiday because we just did a couple of little things during the day and a little bit of sailing and just relaxing and listening to the radio, a lot of barbecues. You saw a little bit of my dad installing the VHF, but we actually also installed an AIS system, which is something that I never had. I always wanted it so that I can see other ships and other ships can see me. And so I contacted Digital Yacht, and full transparency, they offered me a discounted price, and I also get a discount code, which I believe is Wildlings10. And also if you do end up purchasing with that discount code, it also helps out the channel. So I was doing a bit of research online at different AIS systems. I wanted one which creates a Wi-Fi network, so then you can just connect your tablet to it and then you can see all your targets. They just pop up on your Navionics app, for example, or whatever app you're using, and it uses a VHF antenna splitter. All you need is a VHF antenna. You plug that in. This one comes with a GPS antenna as well, and that's pretty much all you need. Yeah, it broadcasts everything for your VHF antenna, so it's super simple. Yeah, I was looking at a few and I settled on Digital Yacht, so I got in touch with them and they were very kind to give me this discount code for you guys. So I'll turn the AIS on and I'll show you how I can see all the targets. I'm connected to Wi-Fi Mahi, and then if I open up Navionics, here I am in Durgadam, and you can see other boats at anchor and these ships moving. And if I look outside, I can see that ship. There he is. It's really awesome, really awesome. Over the next couple of days at least, I'm going to be retensioning all of my beam lashings. I'll continue with my rudder stocks, just slowly building up this project boat. Just being out at anchor, being free from, I don't know, land. And obviously it comes with its own challenges, mostly just getting water and dealing with all the trash that you make and shopping when it's the summer. I love that side of things. But yeah, so nice to have a fully functional sailing boat. Not fully functional, but a sailing boat, and I can travel around with the wind picking up over the next few days. I think that's going to be a good test as well. So that's enough waffle, I think. Tensioning, beam lashings, I think. So that's my morning workout sorted. I'm using my old plane. I've definitely dulled the blade a bit, planing epoxy, but yeah, they're coming up all right. Still a little bit of planing to do. What a day. I literally haven't stopped all day. Wow. Anyway, it's on in its block form, just dry fitted, a cheeky proof of concept, and I think it's going to be a lot better. I can already get more angle now that the steering ropes are in line, but I'm going to take them off tonight and then reshape them because they look very interesting right now. There's a bit more chiseling and shaping and stuff, but that's the fun stuff. It's functionally pretty much all there. Wow, I am the master carpenter. Hi.
I'm waiting for your next video.
Next Friday.
Good luck.
Cheers. So I've shaped these up. They're still a bit straight. I would have liked to have put like a curve down here, but I don't have a jigsaw. I don't fancy cutting slits and chiseling it, so they're shaped like a train. I'll just put these pins in which go on the tiller bar with a bit of epoxy, and then I'll coat them in epoxy. I really want to have these on now as soon as possible because it's going to blow up tomorrow. I really should be fiberglassing these really, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them on perhaps tonight. I'll go for a bit of a evening sail to a more protected anchorage. We'll see. Still have some errands to run. But yeah, I'll just epoxy coat them. Yeah, the slits where it goes in, it's not going to be easy to fiberglass around there, but I'll probably add layers later. I know epoxy shouldn't be left in the sun, so I have to either put fiberglass on pretty soon or paint it pretty soon. We'll see. This was supposed to be an ongoing project, but I've just smashed it out in 2 days. On Saturday, it's going to be a 20-mile trip up to Horn, which is a little bit of apparently a really nice anchorage in the city centre, so I can go there. I think there's a marine shop there to get some bits and bobs, even though I've just been out with my parents twice, but you just always forget something. If you have a boat project, then you probably know. Yeah, really happy with these tiller arms or whatever you call them. Very solid, very nice. I have steerage. A lot of people might think I could have actually just moved the attachment point for the ropes further back, but looking at those old tiller bars, I think they're actually out of teak. They're just getting old and mucky, and yeah, I'll keep that wood. I might burn it or I might have another use for it, but yeah, they needed changing. On the Warrams, these tiller arms, handles, whatever you call them, are much longer than this, so I'm happy to have longer ones. It's also going to make steering a lot easier. But also having that new steering wheel as well has made such a big difference. I don't think I've mentioned it, but that little small motorboat wheel that I had was a bit of a mistake to buy. But yeah, the big one is really nice. I'm gonna go sailing in this. It's gusting 25 knots. Oh, I'm nervous, but there's a lot of people out sailing. I'm gonna go out in it. Just need to pluck up the courage a little bit, but I'm gonna absolutely fly in this, and hopefully everything will go okay. I'm just gonna put the main up. A lot of people seem to like to go downwind with the jib, but I can control the main from the cockpit. But yeah, I think I really need some crew. Pulling up the anchor is going to be one big job, which I'm not looking forward to, and getting off. Once I'm off, everything should be alright, but getting up the anchor and leaving, that's sort of panic stations, and floating downwind with a full main, yeah, and then heading up north. I've been sort of waiting for the wind to die down, but it looks like it's just going to be really windy, and a few boats have come quite close to me at anchor, so it's just getting this chain up is a bloody pain. Anyway, I'm just worried that if my mainsail catches wind while I'm pulling it up, I could end up doing some strange things in the anchorage, so I'm wondering whether to just pull up the anchor and then hoist the mainsail while motoring into the wind a little bit away from the boats in the anchorage. It's probably looking like a bit of a nighttime entry to Horn now, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a try, start pulling up the anchor and just see how it goes. Alright, got a helping hand.
Stop. Ah, man, you gotta do this part, bro.
Yeah.
That's good for now.
Sail, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, wasn't recording. Alright, yeah, thanks to San and his friends. I just needed either someone to steer up into the wind to get the anchor, or to pull up the anchor. Around the little island, so I'm going to do a jibe. And it's just this tack the whole way up to Horn now, so that's the only change of tack that I need to do. She's sailing really pretty well. I'm going to put my little foresail on now. I only put the staysail on, feel like I should have put my proper Yankee on, but it's alright, we'll get there eventually. Getting fast now, 5 knots. Wow, 5.2. Wow, the boat's so stable. That's nice. So I think the takeaway from today's trip is going to be, I need crew. I need crew. Or a really good autopilot, self-steering. 5.6. It's a fast boat compared to my last one. The crazy thing is, it feels like we're actually going faster than the waves. And I've seen some multi-hulls do it, and I was always quite jealous in Minky, the last boat, when I saw people sort of riding the waves. But right now we're pretty much going the speed of the waves. I've got my life jacket on. I think it's a bit of a necessary thing when you're single-handed. I probably should have put it on from the start. But yeah, amazing. I'm gonna try and fly my drone. I've not flown this one at these speeds, although we've slowed down a bit now. We'll give it a try. Woo. It looks so slow on the drone. Trying to steer the boat while doing it, hitting 5 knots. Sail shape's not looking too great. Alright, time to bring her back, I think. Oh, it's difficult. Just gotta match the speed of the boat. Ah, yes, got it! Yay! My hardwood battens broke at the top. I probably should have laminated them just with a layer of fiberglass. I'll get to it eventually. A little bit of work, a little bit of sailing while the weather's nice. That's what I'll do. On the Markham, obviously it's relatively flat. Taking her out to sea would be a completely different beast. But this is a really good training ground. Once I've rounded this little island called Markham, I'm going to be on a beam reach then. It's going to be pretty dark I think when I arrive, but I'll just use my navionics and look at the lights, and hopefully everyone in the anchorage has got their anchor lights on. This is the good life, but I need crew. That's pretty obvious after today, I think. I don't know, just pulling up the anchor and someone to steer while I'm doing other things, or to work the sails. My hat just fell in. Oh, my hat. No. The wind died down, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to be flying around this island of Markham. I could get my other bigger sail out, but I'm a bit of a lazy sailor, to be honest. Still going 3 knots. We'll probably make it for about 11 PM. Just passing Markham Lighthouse now, which looks like a big ship. Or perhaps there is a big ship there. And a little bit of a night sail. Got my nav lights. I've not even switched my AIS on. The boat's steering herself, to be honest. Very peaceful, very nice. 10 miles to go, doing 2 knots. That's 5 hours. Hopefully the wind will pick up a little bit. I think there's going to be some rain coming, so it should do. Yeah, we'll just see how far we get. It's also a close hold now, so hey, bit of wind, bit of wind, bit of wind. It's going to be a long one if it's 2 knots the whole way. Pick it up now! Flippin' heck. That was a nice surprise. Picked up a bit of speed in the wrong direction and the regular wind turned back, so now doing 2 knots, but beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So it looks like I'll be able to sail there at 2.4 knots, which is good because there's a lot of weed. I don't want to use my engines if there's weed. It was getting trapped around my rudders and they were knocking around and stuff, but yeah, I've got only 3.5 miles to go, so I'll be there in an hour and a half at about 1 AM. Hopefully it'll stay like this and the wind won't stop or get too crazy, because taking down my sails in the dark is going to be a bit more difficult. Although I do have a nice red light. Very, very peaceful. It's beautiful, and the anchorage isn't too busy. Just got 2 sailing boats with anchor lights on. I really took my time, just scouted out the place, trying not to get too close to any boat. What a place to wake up. Absolutely beautiful. A beautiful day. It's like being in the Mediterranean today. And yeah, just a really nice environment. I'm gonna check out the town a little bit later. Yeah, there's a huge Dutch barge here in Hoorn which has a shandory, so I'm going to get a few bits. I've got some silicone spray for my mast tracks, and yeah, I'll get a few other bits and bobs, some epoxy paint for my new rudders. But yeah, really cool. And yeah, a lot of history in this city of Hoorn. It was one of the founding cities of, well, the Netherlands as a country, and also the VOC, which is the Dutch East India Trading Company. It was started here along with other cities like Amsterdam and a couple of others. But yeah, a lot of rich history here, which I'm looking forward to exploring. So it's nice, flat calm today, but tomorrow it's going to blow up to 30 knots, so I'm going to try and pick up a mooring. So the boat shop, the owner actually put in moorings into the anchorage here. He said he doesn't really see it much in the Netherlands, but he was sailing in the Isle of Wight where they had moorings, and he kind of wanted to do the same. So he's put in 3 moorings with, I think he said something like a 300 kilogram anchor. For the strong wind tomorrow, it's going to be nice, I think. He said the ground here, it's very, very soft mud. He said it would probably be okay if, you know, I put out enough chain, but there are times where people slip. Yeah, it's a nice little exercise on this flat calm day. I've tied off a line to the end of my beam, and then I'll loop it through the mooring and then attach it on the other side. Alright, I'll pull this up slowly so that the chain can wash itself in the water. That's what I'm talking about. And that's with taking it slow. Okay. Alright, I'll just try and pick it up by hand from the back here and then take that rope and we'll see. I'm just reversing onto it. Not that it's going to make a difference, but just get my bridle set up nice and even. Another benefit of being on the mooring as well just means that I can always slip the rope off and exit even in high winds, so it's not going to be a pain in the butt like pulling up the anchor. It's just amazing. Like, I'm really taking my time editing my videos and just hang on here for a couple of days. I'm actually getting a dinghy delivered, a new dinghy. Well, in fact it's my friend Sil's. We're getting an engine. My dinghy's just been non-stop problems. We lost the helmet on it as well, that went overboard. So yeah, I've decided to get a new Yamaha engine, a 2-stroke, and with Sil's dinghy it's going to be reliable. It's going to be nice having a proper reliable dinghy and engine. It's going to be dangerously fast, but yeah, I'm going to stick around here until then and then probably sail off somewhere else, and yeah, I'll make a bit of a plan of the sort of work that I need to do and just crack on with that. So I've just been float fishing with a little bit of bread. I caught myself a little roach. I think he's a roach. Lovely little fish. I'll put him back now. There we go. There we go. Another little roach. Proper average looking fish, but a beauty. Simple beauty. Yeah, my first word was fish, apart from mum and dad, and I'm just pretty obsessed with fish, and a big reason why I'm doing this boat life is because I love fish and fishing. Whoa. I've always been a little bit obsessed with fish. I have a sailfish tattooed on my leg. And yeah, I'm hoping if I do get up to the sea, I'll be able to catch some mackerel or bass or something. Fish that I can actually eat.
I suppose you're wondering why I'm playing the horn. Because we're in Horn, silly.
You've got to love YouTube.
Let's go Dutch. Let's go Dutch.
You've just got to love YouTube. Of course, when you go to a new place, you check out some YouTube videos of people explaining the history. It's mad to think that now I'm moored outside where the Dutch East India Company operated from. So I'm anchored here, we're moored here, and there would have been ships which were preparing to go and take or trade spices from Asia. Yeah, it was apparently like the golden age of the Netherlands. They were incredibly rich from the trade, the spice trade, and it was all happening around here like 500-600 years ago. It's just crazy how civilization has progressed to this point where you can just moor outside of these places, and it probably was pretty rough back then, and now we have so many home comforts. Maybe I don't have too many home comforts on the boat, but yeah, it's just crazy to be here considering the history of the place. Thanks for sticking with me just posting one video every 2 weeks. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's meant that I can really focus on the sailing and doing the work, which is really good. I'm actually just anchored outside the Wadden Sea, so tomorrow we're going to head to the sea. I've actually got a mate who's helping me, so I do have crew now, and it's been so much better. So yeah, we sailed up here since the sort of end of this video, and yeah, tomorrow going to the sea, which is going to be quite scary as well because there's a lot of tides, a lot of current, and not too much protection, but I just feel the calling of the sea. I want to go out there, I want to do some fishing, hopefully catch a mackerel, and just playing around in the sea and hoping that the boat's going to be all good. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me. If you're a patron or subscribe to my coffee, then I'll post an update next Friday, and thanks as well for all your support. Thanks just for watching and your comments and the likes and the super thanks on YouTube as well. It's getting even more and more exciting for me as well, because yeah, I'm testing out the boat. Still, I probably should be doing a little bit more work on the boat, but I think that yeah, she's bare bones there. I'm hopefully going to pick up my main sail today, so with proper battens in it. Anyway, yeah, thanks again, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.